days in a row. Oh my gosh. We're just going to do a very quick early evening channel, feeling the high vibrations of these beautiful, beautiful energies. We all know that it's a beautiful full moon weekend, right? We're loving the full moon energies. Big changes and shifts for Ascension that are coming up. So make sure that you give yourself enough time to stay grounded, do your healing work, do your clearing work. Make sure that you're aligning all that you are. I put a couple posts on my YouTube page, I think yesterday or today, about the next 6 months are going to be really big shifts with energies. The Galactic Federations and all of the multiverse is bringing in really, really big energies this month and next month to help align humanity with integration of 5D. So that means we're going to be getting ever more heightened energies for integrating, processing, which means that the darker energies and those really dense energies from any timelines from 3 to 5D, that 51% that everybody has to transmute, everybody has to face an account and kind of, make right with the beliefs that they've used to hold, the beliefs that they want to hold now, and going forward, what does that new earth look like? Everybody's responsible for creating their new earth. Everybody's responsible for their 51% of karma. Everyone is responsible for their energy, their vibration, what they bring to the table, and also to ensuring that it's communication as to any collaboration you're working with. Is it nourishing you? What are you getting in fair trade and equal? Reciprocity. Never been able to say that word. And just allowing yourself to make sure that you're speaking on behalf of your spirit. It's so important that you align in those higher vibrational energies to speak on behalf of the collective, especially those that are leaders, teachers, and healers. That is our role here. We are here to be the voice of the collective for the Christ consciousness. We've been in training for this. This is why many of us that have been in the classes that I've been in, we've been seeing things at a collective level on the higher level so that we can understand what's rolling out in the collective, why people do and behave the way that they do. The psyche will be the first that will be triggered in the increase of the refinements of light and the purity of light. So that means anybody that is operating in an already imbalanced state because they haven't done the clearing of their density, it will be even more evident. Which means that there's going to be the new devils, new levels type of energy, as always, continually trying to plot and scheme and trigger and target and all of those ridiculous things. And again, the karma will be returned more quickly. So just keep walking forward in faith and knowing that whatever alignment you're with, and just continually to accept, acknowledge, and align with allowance that all being before you is God, and then navigate in and around the energies that you don't choose to engage with. And you always have that right too. That's your birthright. That's your free will. You don't have to engage with any energy just because they want to engage with you, just because they want to keep planning and plotting and scheming to take from you, to steal from you, whatever their roles and their plots and plans are, because there's infinite plans that those that are knowing there is a shift and they cannot go back to 3D. They're trying everything they can to keep pulling you back into the karmic stories. And that's just maintaining your staff and your mantle to keep moving forward in your direction and your focus. And why the importance on all of the work that we've done all these years is for this time right now. Because there are going to be those energies that have been really pushed and pulled to the max. And it's a breaking point right now. And so it's just a matter of you maintaining your unity and oneness and maintaining your alignment. And then everything that you see outside of you is allowing you to learn how can you add value to the systems that are there, modify and align new systems, or just branch off and create a totally new thing, which is where I see things going. It's not like we're going to be rewriting any of the systems that are old. We are going to be branching off and starting new, because there's just so much depth of corruption in all of the systems. And most of the people that are in the systems are corrupt. So a lot of money's going back and forth, and that's the unfortunate thing. Those of us that do try and make a difference and do try and bring our best foot forward, and we go through all the right steps, sometimes those right steps are, kind of harvested off by corrupt people. But I'm seeing, like, every day more and more, we're seeing so many things that are so many like new energies that are coming forward that are also not willing to live in corruption. So more and more people are bringing their truth. More and more people are, making their voices heard to authorities, creating new outreach programs. More and more people are stepping forward because they're tired of being used and abused as well. Because if it's people if it's people like me that that I'm very well trained in energy, if it's people like me that have been so abused and targeted and messed up, people that aren't have any idea about energy, they don't have any idea how to rebalance their bodies, they don't have any idea how to rebalance their core energies, they don't have any, they don't have any idea. So I'm surprised that I don't have of course all the nasties come out. So of course all they come out because they're wanting to get in on their full moon targets. So get them, ancestors. Go get them, ancestors. And so just know that there's going to be, every day you're going to be stepping forward, intend and seek all of the new energies that are coming forward to support light workers, to support healers, as well as support their own path, because the healers and the light workers have been paving the way and clearing the way for so very long. We've done so much clearing. We've done so much healing. We've carried a lot of darkness for even those people that get online and target and do stupid things. Nobody has any idea how much darkness we transmute. And even if they choose this timeline to be dark and nasty, the next lifetime that they come in will be a little bit more lighter, and they'll probably still choose a darker role, because if they're dark this timeline, they're going to have karma to make up the next timeline. That darkness and that energy doesn't go anywhere. So everybody is responsible for healing, transmuting all of the darkness that they put in any path before them. And so they're getting to a breaking point right now, because they understand that if they haven't done the clearing, and the karma board and the ancestors and the guides are not putting up with any fence sitting anymore, the guides have told everybody that's been involved in kind of the darker corrupt, the guides and the teams have done as much as they can as far as the cues and the synchronicities and those gut feelings to pull people and alter course. And a lot of the work has been done by the guides and the teams and by spirit and source to help align these people to a better course of practice, self-love and practice, and heal your wounds. So there is that breaking point, and people will be more reactive. And so I wrote that post this morning about over the next 6 months. They were telling me the energies will get far more intensified. The energies will get far more refined and purified. For those of us that have been, as we said months ago, getting used to processing and integrating light on a higher capacity, getting used to processing light at a higher vibrational manner, will allow you to stay in tune and stay in touch. And so it's really important that you get those experiences to keep manifesting your direction of truth and integrity and honesty. And don't ever surrender to anybody that wants you to be, in, those types of energies. Never surrender them. Stand and speak your truth, because their energies are knowing that they're on the way out. So they're just doing everything they can to target light workers and to target those that actually speak truth, because they're going to be one of the ones that will be called forward and brought into questioning, because everybody's being pulled up. Everybody's getting called out on corruption. And so just know the energies are going to get a lot more intense. Super, super intense. And so in that, all of the things that we've been practicing and showing you about aligning with your pillar of light and doing the breath with spirit, doing the breath with God, and then grounding your intention. Grounding your intention is really, really key, because grounding your intention allows you to set forward a very prominent direction, intention, and focus for the earth that you're going to choose, the timeline that you're going to choose. And then again, be very aware and be very conscious about letting go of everyone that has been that constant irritation, that constant abuse, constant torment in your life. And some of the really, the really good ones that are really good manipulators, con men and con women, all of those energies, they're very good at covertly moving around, and they have been paid, and they have a lot of money behind them that continue to do the corruption behind the scenes, pay people in official titles and in official positions, but those people are being watched. Just know that. The ones that are in the rings, a lot of corruption rings are being watched, and there's people watching them that are watching them that are watching them. So just know that you'll always have that, but you intend it. Intend that all corruptive rings will be pulled up and culled out. Those that choose to be a part of the healing unity factor will be given that opportunity. If their heart is pure, it's only up for them to God to decide that. If their heart is not pure, and if they're just doing it just to get a shorter term or a shorter sentence, they're going to go in for the maximum sentence, because they're just trying to manipulate and use the system and try and abuse the system, because they're very good at lying. They're very good at being con artists. So they go into a room and they know how to read it and they know how to manipulate around it. So people like myself that are based on pure light and based on pure intention, I will call them out. And we're not going to sit down calling them out. We're not going to stop calling them out. I have my right to be exactly me. I'm not going to sit down just because somebody has a problem with, they're all wounded and they want to sit in their ugliness. So sit in your ugliness. Don't come on my channel. I don't understand. I don't understand these people. They have these little groups and they pay and they talk about their next plot and their next scam and their next scheme. How are they going to steal and how are they going to scam? Who are they going to pay now? While their lives are just billowing in karma and everything around them is tumbling, and they still want to figure out how they can plot and plan and scheme to take me out. With all of that money and all of that energy and all of those things, it just makes no sense at all. The only way for those energies to go is self-implosion. Every single one of them will go down. It makes no sense whatsoever, and that's how you can tell there's just no intelligence. They will do anything to see their hate within themselves go on to another, and especially one that's carrying light. I'm not going to sit down, and I'm not going to stop talking about the corrupt bullies and the corrupt idiocy that has occurred in my life. I'm not going to. I have my right to walk as I am. I have my right to be exactly who I am, and I'm going to be it. I am a voice for divine feminine, for the children, for the earth, for nature, for animals, and I will not sit down. So be it. And if you don't like what I'm saying, and if you don't like my vibration, stay off my channel. Stay off my channel. Stay off my channel. Don't come on my channel, because you're doing what you're doing just to trigger and just to be an idiot. So go be an idiot on somebody else's channel. The ancestors and the angels and the heavens and all of the beings that are watching you in your own higher self, stay off my channel, and you're going to be called karma. Karma, 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 karma. Judgment on everybody. I have my rights to be exactly who I am, and I'm going to be. Because I'm paving the way for billions of other people that have been bullied and targeted by people just like that. They want to get any way that they can to get into your energy. And once they get into your energy, then they start manipulating, they start playing with you, and start doing spell work. They want to start conning you. They want to start messing with your mind and all of the sick fucking things that they do. They're sick, twisted, warped people. And they need assessment. They really need assessment. So you're going to notice over the next 6 months, there's going to be a lot more refined, pure energy. And that pure energy is going to pull out the worst and the darkest in people, because they're not healed already. So if this is how they're acting in this kind of light, and which is what I said 6 months ago about processing and integrating the light at a faster pace, because the codes are going to be more refined, the downloads are going to be more refined, and you have to understand why the modifications, look at that, beautiful, why the modifications have been made on the parts of the brain that require the faster processing and what the information means, because the codes are a lot more refined. So that's why a lot of the brain adjustments and enhancements and coding has been done by your higher self and your teams, because your higher self and your teams know what you're going to be stepping onto next in that spiral of ascension. And so in that, you're going to be offered new codes and new light. And so in those new codes and light, there's going to be more ways for you to interpret, navigate, and move around to interpret that information. Know that you're going to be given the codes that are unique for you to keep expanding and pushing and expanding and pushing on your unique thread of intelligence. Because you might have a certain part of your DNA where you're meant to read certain codes that the person next to you might not have. That's why it's very important to know that everybody has a destiny, and what you're here to manifest and express and explore and experience is unique to you, and it's unique to the divine plan. So that means that your unique gifts of translation, your unique gifts of, you know, like light language, everybody that speaks light language knows when they're aligned with their higher self, their brand and their generic, their dialect of light language is unique to their DNA and where their codes downloaded from whatever celestial, whatever alien aspects that they're speaking on behalf of. So every light language, you know, translator has a different dialect. They have different codes. The light language that I speak, because I have a wide expansion of threading and interfacing, there's always different beings threading in and out. If there is a live experience, any person that comes on the live, they're also bringing in all of the aliens and celestials and beings that they come with. So anybody that they come with is, their teams are coming with them too. And so those are parts of the communications. And so that dialect is going to be different for light language. And so that's why it's good to keep in mind and practice your own light language, because everybody has their own unique dialect of light language. The light language is equal to the amount of DNA allocation that's been activated in your DNA, whatever's been activated in your consciousness. Again, why the processing and integrating of your light is so important. How much light have you processed? Are you understanding the signs and synchronicities and the symbols and the languages and the download you're getting in nature? Nature is a great way to start practicing your intuitive gifts. Nature is a great way to practice your psychic gifts. And so all of those energies are a way for you to find your way in and out of spirit. In everything before you, whether it's nature or whether it's a light ship or whether it's a dream or a meditation that you're in, all of those energies carry downloads. And so it's just a matter of you aligning with your higher self, and that higher self threads you exactly what you need. If you're not aligned with your higher self, you're going to be receiving low vibrational energy. Sometimes those energies are, you know, lost spirits on the lower vibrational realms. So if you're a higher vibrational spirit, you know how to raise your consciousness. The higher consciousness you raise, the higher vibrational energies that you're going to get in. And so it's just a matter of, you know, knowing that you can move up in consciousness. So again, here come all the So anybody that's on the chat line, if you see anybody that is just abusing the chat line because it is a full moon and they're doing everything they can to trigger, sending you love and light. Goodness gracious. Sad people. God, so sad. They all send each other little notes in their chat. Get on, get on, get on. Start triggering her, start triggering her. Sending you light, sending you light. Shall we sing and send you light? Shall we sing and send you light? Oh my God, the karma. They must be so proud when they go to sleep at night. So much karma. I just like feel so, in my heart, I just feel so excited that there's so many people that are learning through the negotiation of the energies that they sit within. They must be so proud at the end of the night to know, wow, I triggered a light worker tonight. I feel so good about who I am. Wow, I made a light worker remove me from the chat group. I feel so proud about myself. I'm so good that I can harass people and I can be so low vibrational on chat rooms where people come on and they give unconditional information, and it just makes me feel so proud that in the story of my soul I get to be someone seen as so dark and so immature and petty. And how wonderful for you. And so anyways, dear lighted ones, the energy will be getting very, very big and very, very voluptuous over the next 6 months, and very, very refined. So that means all of the darker energies, as again, that aren't being transmuted will be exactly kind of like you see them triggering, and all of those things that they do to kind of get to you and get into your little bucket of things. But know that it's allowing you to keep your alignment with self. That pillar of light is so important. When you return to the pillar of light and that center aspect of who you are, that is your return to God, your return to Mother, Father, Spirit. And again, that is your only compass. So anything that's going on outside of you, it's really good to just continue reviewing yourself within, your truth, your story, your insights, and don't ever, don't ever worry about the mess and the noise outer. Just have your ancestors and your teams just clear the way and block them. You've always got protection blocks and seals. If you want to learn how to protect your energy field and your seals and your chakras, and if you do have people that are disregarding and disrespecting and really low vibrational because they just want to bully you and do what they do. The dark energies are dark energies because they're very wounded. And they don't want you to have a voice, and they don't want you to challenge the systems because they're making money off the systems. They're making money off being corrupt. And so they're being paid by people. But there are more people nowadays that the Spirit was showing me there's going to be more and more people every day that are going to be waking up and not wanting to be a part of the corrupting systems and not take money for bribes and bidding and all of the crappy things that have been going on to light workers and the innocent people. So just know that you're going to have more and more people supporting you in every day. And so just know that you're going into a new dimension, you're going into a new timeline where you will be supported. And those that are, don't give a crap, they're going to find their way to other, platforms. So just know that. And what else did we want to say, Spirit? Oh, we want to talk about the light ships. And so they did say that there's going to be a lot more light ship, experiences that each of us are going to be manifesting. So we're going to see it in the news. And of course, it depends what media, motive and agenda they work with on coming forward with the light ship and, media. Sometimes the way they present the story is not really what it is. And sometimes, Spirit did show me that sometimes not all of the light ships that we see are real light ships. They're just other things. So when you intend, just set the intention, I intend to see my own team's light ships, my own celestial team's light ships. When you intend to see it on your own, then you're going to be setting yourself up to seeing it. When you intend it, right? You intend it with a pure heart. You intend it with excitement to be with your light ships, to be a part of your celestial teams. When you intend it, that it's going to be manifesting in your future, and most often than not, it will come when you're not expecting it. And so just know that. You're going to always see your light ships when you're not expecting it. And so they want to surprise you, and they want to have it in a moment where you're, just at the beach and you're just having a nice meditation, or you're at a beautiful neutral rest. Those are when those experiences occur, because you're in that open state. It's all about your consciousness. Your consciousness is everything. And so your consciousness is allowing those multidimensional experiences to occur for you because you're open about it, right? Again, the more closed you are, if you're in a closed state of being, it's going to be closed. You're not going to have anything come in. And if you're in an open state of being, those energies will just come and want to play and want to engage with you. It's always about your vibration. If you're in a low vibration, a low vibrational energy, when you're doing your celestial work, you're going to have those low vibrational energies. When you're operating in that high vibrational state, the energies that are meant to be with you will be with you. Was there anything else? The type of light ships? Oh yeah, they also said that the light ship celestial engagement, the celestial engagement is also, anybody that's in the chat, just report and block the ones that are constantly wanting to spam, because it's a full moon. They go to different, I've seen them on other channels when people do live. Just report them and keep reporting them. They just keep creating. Just keep removing them. Nature is going to be a really good way to start communicating with your guides. They're going to be just going to do that. There we go. Nature is a really good way to begin to connect with the highest form of your intuition. So if you're new at practicing communicating with spirit, if you're new at practicing connecting with your celestial families, nature is a really, really good way, as well as the water. If you're in a place that's warm enough for you to go into the ocean, it's a really good way for you to, you know, start connecting with celestial energy and start transmuting. Darkness is a really good way to transmute that energy in the salt water. Salt water transmutes it right away. You can even do that if you have a saltwater bath. Just put lots of Himalayan quartz crystal. They have little bath salts that you can get, and that really transmute a lot of the energy, especially if you're around, you know, again, your pods are, you know, low vibrational, if it's a work environment or friend environment, all that kind of stuff. So they can't get much channeling on because so many people are. So I'm going to have to find out how to just close off the comments. But that's their intention, isn't it? They're so, just such wonderful people. So anyways, dear lighted ones, it's getting dark now. We'll see you all later. Thank you. Just know that the energies are getting super, super intense. The darker ones will be getting darker if they choose not to heal their darkness and they choose not to face their shadows. So just be neutral in your responses as best as possible. We're all human going through this very profound experience, and just know that everything that they put out and everything that they're doing is coming back to them. There's a lot of people receiving karma right now, and some of them are very, you know, having tantrums because they are getting karma. They thought that they could be mean and nasty forever and not get any backlash, but they're getting backlash. So just understand that, and just send them love and compassion, and just move on your way. Always navigate around them, because they're going to be living in the energy that they're creating for themselves. And always get out into nature for the co-creations of your celestial teams. They're always in nature, so just know that. So you go out to the park and just sit and meditate, you can start to connect with your celestial teams. And then again, in the water is another great way to connect to them. That gets you in the energy to really refine your attunement to reading energy. So we love you, dear lighted ones. We love you.